Most people believe that a lack of discipline is a character flaw. That if you can't wake up early, if you procrastinate, if you give up on your goals, it means you are weak, lazy, not strong enough. And maybe you've told yourself that story too. Maybe you've looked in the mirror and thought, why can't I just do what I said I would do? But what if I told you that this belief is completely wrong? What if the problem is not your character, but your design? Here is the truth that almost nobody talks about. Your brain was not designed to chase long-term goals. It was not designed to build six-packs, write books, launch startups, or wake up at 5 a.m. full of motivation. Your brain evolved for one purpose: survival. For millions of years, human beings lived in dangerous, uncertain environments. Energy was precious, food was scarce, rest was safety. So the brain adapted to conserve energy, to seek quick rewards, and to avoid unnecessary effort. That ancient programming is still running inside you right now. So when you choose the couch over the gym, it's not because you're broken. When you open social media instead of studying, it's not because you're hopeless. It's because your brain prefers immediate, predictable rewards. Dopamine now is more attractive than success later. Comfort now feels safer than growth later. And this is not a metaphor. It's biology. The real problem is that modern life demands the opposite. We are expected to be focused, productive, consistent, and disciplined in a world full of distractions. On one side, you have a brain wired like a cautious hunter-gatherer. On the other, a society that expects you to function like a high-performance machine. Of course, there is conflict. Of course, you feel resistance. And here's where most people make their biggest mistake. They try to fight this conflict with willpower. They watch motivational videos. They repeat powerful quotes. They promise themselves that this time will be different. But willpower is fragile. It fades when you're tired. It disappears when you're stressed. And the moment your energy drops, your brain goes back to autopilot. And autopilot always chooses the easiest path. This is why real discipline does not come from force. It comes from design. The most consistent people you know are not superheroes. They don't wake up every day overflowing with motivation. They have simply built systems that make the right behavior easier than the wrong one. They don't fight their brain. They work with it. Think about your environment for a moment. You say you want to work out, but your workout clothes are buried in a drawer. Your shoes are in the car. Your phone is on your nightstand, glowing with notifications. The couch is warm. The bed is soft. The choice is no longer between good and bad. It's between what is easy and what is hard, and your brain will always choose easy. Now imagine something different. Your workout clothes are laid out next to your bed. Your alarm is across the room, forcing you to stand up. Your playlist starts automatically. Maybe a friend is waiting for you outside. Suddenly, the friction is lower. The decision feels lighter. You didn't become stronger overnight. You just redesigned the environment. That's the power of what behavioral science calls choice architecture. What is visible, accessible, and simple gets done. What is hidden, complicated, and effortful gets avoided. If you want to read more, leave the book on your pillow. If you want to stop scrolling, turn off notifications and keep your phone out of reach. If you want to study, clear your desk and open your material before you even sit down. Discipline begins before the action. It begins with preparation. But we can go even deeper. Your brain runs on habit loops: cue, routine, reward. You brush your teeth without thinking. You check your phone automatically. You make coffee as soon as you enter the kitchen. These actions don't require motivation because they are wired into you. So instead of building new habits from scratch, you can attach them to existing ones. This is called habit stacking. After I brush my teeth, I will meditate for 2 minutes. After I pour my coffee, I will read 1 page. After I sit at my desk, I will write 1 paragraph. The new habit becomes linked to an old one. The cue is already there. The resistance is lower, and the most important barrier, starting, becomes smaller. And start small. So small that it feels almost ridiculous. 2 minutes, 1 page, 1 push-up. Because once you begin, momentum takes over. Initiating action is the hardest part. Continuing is easier. Discipline is not about intensity. It's about consistency. Now let's talk about procrastination, that heavy word that carries so much guilt. You tell yourself, I'm lazy. I have no self-control. But procrastination is not laziness. It's a design problem. When a task feels unclear, overwhelming, boring, or unrewarding, your brain avoids it. Not because you don't care, but because it doesn't see an immediate payoff. So apply 4 simple principles. Make it obvious. Make it attractive. Make it easy. Make it satisfying. If your study material is hidden in your backpack, you won't use it. If the task feels huge, you won't start. If there's no reward at the end, your brain won't repeat it. But if the book is open on your desk, if the goal is just 5 minutes, if you track your progress and feel a sense of completion, everything changes. And here is a powerful truth that might surprise you. You do not need to love the process. You don't need to be passionate about waking up early or doing hard things. That idea sounds beautiful, but it's unrealistic. Highly disciplined people don't enjoy every action. They just made those actions inevitable. They reduced friction. They created structure. They removed unnecessary choices. The decision was made in advance. So when the moment comes, they don't ask, do I feel like it? They simply act. Because in the end, you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Your future will not be defined by what you intend to do. It will be defined by what your daily environment makes easy. And now we reach the deepest level of all of this: identity. Real change does not happen when you force yourself to behave differently. It happens when you begin to see yourself differently. Every small action is a vote for the kind of person you believe you are. When you train for 2 minutes, you cast a vote for being someone who doesn't quit. When you read 1 page instead of scrolling, you cast a vote for being focused. When you show up, even imperfectly, you reinforce a new identity. You don't become disciplined first and then act. You act, and through action, you become disciplined. So stop telling yourself you are lazy. Stop waiting for a wave of motivation to save you. Stop punishing yourself for being human. Your brain is not your enemy. It is simply following ancient code. Your job is not to fight it. Your job is to design your life in a way that makes growth the path of least resistance. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need extreme willpower. You need a better system, a better environment, and a new identity, built 1 small action at a time. And right now, you have a choice. You can keep blaming yourself, or you can start redesigning your world. So ask yourself, with honesty and courage, what is 1 small habit you can make obvious, easy, and inevitable starting today? That single step, no matter how small, could be the beginning of a completely different version of you. And now, take a slow breath with me for a second. You are not broken. You are not lazy. You are not weak. You are simply trying to win the wrong battle, fighting biology with willpower, fighting distraction with motivation, fighting comfort with guilt. And that fight was never fair. But now you know something powerful. Discipline is not about becoming someone superhuman. It's about becoming strategic. It's about designing your life in a way where the right action becomes the easy action, where consistency replaces intensity, where small habits slowly reshape your identity. And here's the beautiful part. You don't need to transform your entire life tonight. You just need one small shift, one tiny redesign, one small action that proves to yourself, I am becoming someone different. Because every time you show up, even imperfectly, even for 2 minutes, you cast a vote for the person you want to be. And over time, those votes build a new identity, a stronger one, a calmer one, a disciplined one. So don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start small, start messy, start today. And if this video helped you see discipline in a new light, if it made you rethink the way you talk to yourself, then take 1 second to support the channel. Like this video, so more people can break free from the myth of, I'm just not disciplined enough. Subscribe for more deep, practical ideas that actually change the way you think and live. Your future is not built on motivation. It's built on systems. And starting today, you know how to build them.